Turning to Iraq, the battle for the ISIS-controlled city of Mosul is now taking shape, and with it, the hopes of the Iraqi government that the last major foothold for the terrorist group in that country can be retaken. But what is the overall status of ISIS? William Brangham looks for some answers.
At its peak between November of 2014 and May of 2015, ISIS controlled large parts of Iraq and Syria. But since then, ISIS has taken serious losses on the battlefield and has lost critical territory. To understand what this means for the group's future, I'm joined by two people who've studied ISIS in great detail. Peter Neumann runs the International Center for the Study of Radicalization at King's College in London, and Rukmini Callimachi is a reporter at the New York Times. Welcome to you both. Rukmini, I'd like to start with you, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Give us a status report. How is ISIS doing right now? Where are they operating, and how are they doing?
They've certainly lost some territory, both in Iraq and also more recently in Libya. And we've seen that there's been a significant dip in their output in terms of their propaganda. They're putting out less videos, less images, etc. But I wouldn't be quick to declare victory of any kind. This is a group that's shown itself to be very nimble. And despite their losses on the battlefield, we're seeing that attacks in the West are continuing to proliferate. Just in the last couple of days, German officials were able to dismantle a plot in Germany that was meant to be against the Berlin airport, possibly, and that, according to the officials I've spoken to, could have looked as bad as the Brussels attack that we saw in March of this year.
Peter Neumann, is there anything you would add to that about how ISIS is doing globally?
Right now, there are still an estimated 10,000 foreign fighters in ISIS territory. If Syria and Iraq fall, those 10,000 will have to go somewhere. Some will go to Turkey, some will try to return to their home countries, others will try to go to other battlefronts. So I think the story of ISIS is not over once ISIS is defeated in Syria and Iraq.
Peter, just staying with you for a moment, your center just put out a study that showed how ISIS is increasingly recruiting individuals who have criminal backgrounds. And I wonder, just tell me, what is it that you found?
So if you speak to European security agencies, they will tell you that in Germany, for example, 66% of ISIS recruits were known to police. The same picture in Norway, the Netherlands, Belgium, France. A lot of former criminals are becoming attracted to ISIS. The head of Brussels police is talking about ISIS as the super gang, and it's kind of true, because ISIS offers in many ways what gangs are offering: a strong sense of identity, power, a sense of strength, and it kind of recruits in the same areas, often very deprived, socioeconomically marginalized areas, the suburbs of Paris and those of Brussels. It's a very different type of recruit from the more sort of intellectual types that we saw in Al-Qaeda 15 years ago.